I just recorded my first episode of the Spiritual Blueprint, and look at what happens. Look at what Ryan's talking about. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to go back a little bit. Just listen to what she's talking about. Okay. Look at what she's saying. Look at what she's going to say. Okay. I'm so excited.
One of the reasons why people don't like you, because you are just that capable of doing multitudes of things, even without trying. Probably a lot of y'all have multiple talents or multiple gifts that the universe has given you, that source, that God, that energy and light has given you. And it's become like you are the ideal blueprint. You are the ideal self. Whoever you're striving to become, I'm hearing for a lot of you, you might not even have like certain individuals that you are passionately driven towards becoming like, because you are the blueprint. You don't even realize it yourself. You don't realize how important you are and how great and bright
alignment, abundance
shines, especially on this earth, but not just to this earth, on this.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that just because I don't want to get, I don't know, copyright is a thing, but it was just, how often do they talk about blueprints, right? Yeah.
My name is Tisha. Hey. And I'm so incredibly grateful that you're here. Thank you. I don't know why I'm starting this, or I think it's because I'm thinking too much about how it's supposed to be done so that way y'all don't have to see this paper. But I'm trying to remind myself that's unrealistic. Especially for me, if I want to stay on track and I want to get this done in a timely manner, because I will forget what I'm talking about, and I will just, I'll be mid-conversation and it just goes blank. So I know I need a script to be able to stay on top of what each episode is supposed to be about. Technically, this is episode 0 because I'm just telling you. It's like a pre-episode. I'm just trying to introduce the space to you. I'm trying to give you somewhere to see if this is a channel you want to follow. Is this the type of vibe that you want to catch, you know? I just want to create like this cozy, cute little space. I have on my pajamas. I have my cute little blanket. I'm sitting on my living room floor. The sun, you know, it's still up a little bit, but it's, you know, going down soon. I'm sure as the video progresses, you'll notice it's getting later and later. But that's the kind of vibe that I wanted to give. I want it to be cozy. I want it to be safe. I want you to feel at home. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly the vibe I'm going for. I want to give a homey, cozy vibe feel. Just so you know, when you come to the Spiritual Blueprint, or when you stop by the Spiritual Blueprint, or you open this channel, it feels like somewhere for you, safe for you to exist. So yeah, if you see me looking off a lot, it's because I'm neurodivergent. I am easily distracted, but not only am I easily distracted, but also that's how I get back onto my train of thought. So I'll do that. I'll just be looking away a lot. I have ADHD and autism, so yeah, if it comes off a little weird, or if it comes off like, hey girl, camera's over here, yeah, I'm just getting sidetracked with other thoughts popping into my head, or something's moving by and I can see it, it's catching my eye up. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about my snack tray. Okay, so I love to eat, and I especially love snacks. So I have a little snack tray beside me. If you notice that this food is missing as this video progresses, because I'm actually eating, it's not for aesthetic, okay? It's just being edited out as I'm eating it. I'm really a foodie, so I really do love food. So let me just tell you what I have here. I have a golden kiwi. I have what I call watermelon jerky. It's just like the watermelon from whenever I like press my watermelon juice. I have a turkey stick, a cheese, baby bell cheese, I don't know, cheese ball. I have a some olives. I have some seaweed, and I have some pistachios. Yay. And then what else do I have over here? I have lip gloss. Girls, you know how that goes. This one is Summer Fridays Lit Butter Bomb. This one is iced coffee. It smells so good too. And then my watermelon juice, and then just some water. Like I said, these things will slowly disappear. Mind your business. Or, you know, I'm just a girl that likes tea, okay? I'd just love if you would bring some snacks that you enjoy with you. I think I'm bullshitting because I'm trying to naturally get into the flow of making this podcast happen. Or not podcast, but this space happen. Okay, so I have a whole script here. I wrote out basically everything I wanted to say, wanted to talk about, things like that. I'm just so nervous. It's been so long since I've been on YouTube. So this is the Spiritual Blueprint. It's a channel where you come to find peace, let loose, let your guard down. It's a channel where you come just to exist. I'm just here because I want to heal in a space of community, and I want to create that type of space for others too. So for now, because I'm struggling to to talk or like stay on track, I'm just gonna read my script to you guys, and hopefully what I say resonates. If not, that's perfectly fine. There's a million people on here, so you will find someone, a space that's safe for you to grow in or find yourself with. Welcome. This is the very first heartbeat of Spiritual Blueprint. My name is Tisha, and I'm so incredibly grateful that you're here. I've been dreaming and working on creating this space since the beginning of 2025. I was working up the courage to come back to YouTube for a long time. Not because I wanted another YouTube channel, but because I've always wanted to create a space where people could simply breathe. A place where you don't have to pretend you have everything figured out. A place where you can laugh, cry, question, heal, and simply exist without feeling like you have to pretend you're okay. A place where you can come to be encouraged, a place to remember your strength or find power and motivation to overcome. This channel isn't about perfection, it's about progress, it's about learning, it's about choosing to become a little more whole than you were the day before. I'm not here to shout advice from the mountaintops. Oh my God, trust me, I'm not. I've not mastered healing. That's my little skylight thing, sorry guys. I'm here because I chose not to stop healing. The journey ahead of me is long. I'm currently walking the road. If you're walking that same healing road too, maybe we can keep each other company. So yes, that's what this channel is basically about. Just finding community to heal alongside, to heal with, sharing stories and having conversations, all of that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next part. So, the next paragraph is basically why I named this channel The Spiritual Blueprint. Honestly, before I read all of this to you, it was really just what felt like it was calling to me, like it was what I heard. And so that's just what felt right. So I ran with the name. I thought it was beautiful. And especially when you talk about a place where you go to heal, what do you use when you want to build something, or you need something to follow, you know, a map or something, a blueprint, right? And spiritual, because it's meant, this space is meant to help you heal spiritually. Okay, so why the spiritual blueprint? A blueprint is an original design, I believe every person enters this earth with their own blueprint. Somehow, life has a way of covering that design with fear, shame, survival, heartbreak, expectations, and generational wounds until many of us no longer recognize ourselves. Life may confuse us, but it can never erase your blueprint. The spiritual blueprint exists to remind people that healing is not about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you've always been beneath everything life has placed on top of you. This is not a place built on perfection, it's built on progress. This is not a place where one person has all the answers. It's a table where we learn together. Sorry, my nose itches, guys. Again, I'm not here as a therapist or a guru, definitely not that. I'm here because I have not finished healing. I'm here because I know what it feels like to lose yourself, but also I know what it feels like to begin finding your way home again. This channel isn't about me giving you a blueprint, it's about helping each other rediscover the one we already carry within. If you've ever felt unseen, you've ever wondered if your past gets the final say, if you've ever thought maybe you were too broken to become who you were created to be, I'm building this space with us in mind. And let me tell y'all something honestly. I'm 35. I've spent most of my life looking for who I was really meant to be. And it's taken the last maybe 10 years of my life to really find who I am, sit with myself, and kind of ask those questions. Who am I? What do I want? Where do I fit into this world? What is my purpose? Maybe with that being said, like, you understand too. Life has a way of convincing us that we are mistakes. Our traumas, our family history, our failures, our titles, our fears, and somewhere along the way, a thought occurred to me, maybe healing isn't about becoming a brand new person, maybe healing is remembering the person who was there before the world told us who we had to become. That's where the name Spiritual Blueprint came from. Sometimes we don't need someone to fix us, sometimes we just need someone to remind us that we're not walking alone. That's what I hope the Spiritual Blueprint is for you. Not a place where someone claims to have all the answers, but a place where we can ask better questions together, a place where healing is welcomed instead of rushed, a place where laughter is allowed to exist alongside tears, a place where we can be honest about life without losing hope. I want people to be able to let their guards down and exist safely, even if it's just for a moment. I want to keep building tables where people can finally unclench. That's my blueprint. Why I started this channel. I want to say something very important. I'm not a therapist, okay? I can't reiterate that enough. I'm not a professional in any kind of way, and I won't pretend to be one either. I'm not here because I have every answer. I'm here because I've lived, I've experienced deep pain, and I've made big mistakes. I've made all kinds of mistakes, trust me. And I've had to rebuild myself more than once. Over the time, just sticking with this channel, you will see that I am truly one of those people that it feels like I've lived 1,000 lives in 35 years. We all have a friend like that. Like, what? You used to do that? What? You used to do this? Like, remember when I did this? Like, girl, what do you mean? How many lives have you lived? That's me. That is my skylight going off for the umpteenth time. I have a deep heart for people who don't have access to therapists, life coaches, expensive wellness retreats, or even safe communities. All my life, I've wanted to help others heal. Oh my God, since I was a little girl. When I think about my why for the Spiritual Blueprint, my mind goes back to, I want this to be for the people who don't have access to those things. This channel is my form of showing compassion. I feel like people spend their whole lives looking for themselves by way of those around them. The spiritual blueprint, this channel, is built around creating a table so that we all have a seat. So that way we can all find our way back to ourselves without the world telling us who we're meant to be. I really love helping others, but too, I'm naturally the person that if you tell me your problems, I'm gonna start, my brain automatically starts looking for solutions. Like, I'm naturally solution driven, I think it's called. I just want to help. I love psychology, so and because I'm solution driven, I love just trying to problem solve. That's just what is in me. I like making people's lives easier for them. Like I said, I'm not saying that means that I have all the answers or anything like that. I'm just saying I like telling you or telling others, like, hey, do you think this will work? Or giving them feedback or telling them honestly what I see and how I think the problem can be solved. The spiritual blueprint is just here to give you different perspectives on directions you can take to get back to yourself, different ways to examine all of the things that life may throw at you, all of the situations life may hand you. You have, the more tools you have, the better you can handle anything that's thrown at you. Okay. Being on this journey has taught me that showing up as your best self isn't something you arrive at. It's something you practice every day. This is a journey that continues for the rest of your life. Healing is the ultimate mastery of living. However, the plot twist is this. If your mind and your heart are open and you're living to your fullest potential, then you never stop learning. Therefore, you never stop healing. Not one of us can share, learn, or teach from a place of perfection. However, we can all have conversations from a place of honesty. Healing is a birthright, not a privilege. Every episode will have conversations about healing, relationships, family, purpose, identity, faith, emotional health, personal growth, and all the messy, beautiful things that make us human. Some episodes may feel lighthearted. Others may challenge you. Some of them might even make you cry. And honestly, I hope they do. Because healing isn't just something we think about, it's something we feel our way through. Here, healing happens in community. We believe curiosity is stronger than judgment. Vulnerability creates courage. Every generation has wisdom worth sharing. People deserve safe spaces before they deserve solutions. We choose hope over hopelessness, grace over shame, growth over protection, and love over fear. More than anything, my hope is that when you come here, you feel safe, safe enough to laugh, safe enough to cry, safe enough to be exposed, safe enough to ask difficult questions, safe enough to change your mind, safe enough to become the person you've always been capable of becoming. So now I'm going to tell you why I came up with the name that I'm going to give our collective. I didn't want to call you subscribers or followers or fans. None of that felt right for me. I wanted to call you something that reminded me of why we're here. Something that reminds you of the power within and your connection to the universe and all that is. Ori. I'm going to call you Ories. When I first encountered the word, something in my heart recognized it. It gave language to something that I had been searching for years. My soul recognized the word Ori as a reminder that beneath everything life layers on top of us, something true resides inside of us. Something ancient, something wise, something all-knowing, something worth listening to. The word Ori comes from the Yoruba language Ori, which means head. But in Yoruba, it's much more than your physical head. It refers to your inner head or inner consciousness. The deepest essence of who you are, your spiritual identity, your destiny, your capacity to make choices, your relationship with the life you're meant to live. Our Ori reminds us there is still an original design waiting to be remembered. Your blueprint. A blueprint is worthless if no one follows it. An inner guide is difficult to follow without a vision of where we're going. Your spiritual blueprint is your map. Your Ori is your guide. Together, they are unbelievably powerful. This journey is about a great remembering, a remembering of who you've always been beneath survival. If that resonates with you, then this channel is for you. Every Saturday, we'll gather here, we'll have honest conversations, we'll laugh, we'll probably cry sometimes, we'll challenge one another, we'll celebrate wins, we'll learn together. I like to call them spiritual Saturdays, not because Saturdays are magical, but because intentionally showing up for one another, that's the magic. So every episode, every conversation, every tear, every laugh, every uncomfortable truth, every Saturday is another step towards making it back home to you. One thing I never want this channel to become is a one-way conversation. I want the spiritual blueprint to belong to us. I'd like to build this together, a safe place where we grow, learn, and heal together. So if you have a story you'd like to share, a question you've been wrestling with, a topic you'd love us to discuss, or a letter you never felt safe enough to read out loud, or even a victory you'd like to celebrate, I hope you'll send them in. You can email me at spiritualblueprintcollective@gmail.com. I'll leave a link to the email in the description. Sorry, I don't know why the word. I'll leave a link to the email in the description down below. Your story matters here. You matter here. Even if you ask that I not share your story publicly, you just need someone to bear witness, or you prefer to stay anonymous, I will read it. I do care. I am listening. I am wishing you healing energy. Before we end, I want to say that I'm committed to showing up for every spiritual Saturday. That's my goal. I'm building the habits to support that commitment. However, life has taught me that sometimes healing is not linear. Sometimes it asks us to slow down. So if there ever comes a season where I'm quiet, please don't think Spiritual Blueprint has ended. I'm building this while still living my own life, while I'm still healing, while I'm still searching for my own way. I'll return once I have found the strength to be raw and exposed again. This community deserves authenticity over perfection. I promise I'll keep choosing that authenticity. If you've made it this far, thank you. Truly, thank you for taking a chance on my dream before it's fully grown. Thank you for believing that healing can happen through community. And thank you for choosing to pull up a chair. Remember, healing was never about becoming someone new. Healing was always about remembering who you were before the world told you who you had to be. Your Ori is calling. Trust your blueprint. I hope I'll see you for the first official episode next Saturday, July 25th, 2026. Thank you. Bye, guys. Hugs, kisses, and lots of love.
Side note here, the blueprint, you guys. How do I even explain this? This process has been so mind-blowing for me. I don't even really know how to describe this, but anyways, you guys are walking the blueprint, and of course, because I'm so deeply connected to your energies, so it makes sense that I'm following the map of the blueprint is literally just watching the collective unfold right now. And how I had it set up was phase 3 is the return to presence and the body, which I feel like the collective, that's been the entire last month. It's been about, creating this space of non-interference, being this open space that is.
So that's enough of her blueprint. I don't know if her blueprint is like a book or podcast or just a plan. I really don't know. But for me, the spiritual blueprint is just about helping heal the trauma we all carry within and following the blueprint that's within us back to who we are originally, to our original selves. Yeah, to our Ories. Our Ori is guiding us home to who we're meant to be. Yeah, so I'm so excited.